My name is James Nielsen Watt, and in this video, I'm going to run you through the 5 things I wish I knew before I started my healthcare business in massage, chiropractic, functional medicine, and acupuncture. Now, the reason that there are 5 things and not 10, 15, 20 is because these 5 things are the single most important things that I learned early on in my health business. And if I had known them earlier on, I would have been far more successful far earlier, and I would have had to deal with far fewer problems and far less stress. So let's get into the 5 things that I wish I knew before I started massage in my clinic. The first thing is that clients won't just come to you because you've got your doors open. Often we're fed this lie through college that, well, if you're good at what you do, people will find you and all you have to do is be good at what you do. There are plenty of broke experts. Experts being people that are amazing at what they do and get insane results for their clients, but no one knows about them and therefore no one sees them. And there are plenty of people who are terrible at what they do who are busy. And the reason for that is you have to know how to effectively market and sell your services if you want to grow a large practice or even a practice that just works and pays the bills for you. Now, the second thing is that you can't rely on referrals either. Just because you're doing a good job and bringing people in and getting some referrals doesn't mean that you can grow a successful business. You can't rely on referrals. And the reason for that is not everyone is going to refer. They're not consistent. And when they do, they aren't necessarily ideal clients. And even if they are ideal clients, it's not in the volume that you really need to grow your business. So you can't rely on referrals, whether that's from internal clients sending you their friends and family, or whether that's from doctors and other people sending you clients. The third thing that I wish I had known is that clients don't inherently make the right choices for themselves. If they did, they may not even need us because they might have taken care of things earlier before seeing us. Now, in my practice, we see a lot of people with chronic issues. They've had them for a long time, they're struggling, they've seen a lot of people. And most of those people, the reason why they have chronic issues is because they've sought out the wrong advice, or when they've been told something that didn't work, they didn't go and try and find the right answer, which means that they could have influenced their outcomes, but they haven't. They haven't made the right choices, especially when I'm trying to talk to that client. And you might know what I'm talking about here is when you say to them, hey, I need to see you once a week, twice a week, once a fortnight, and they don't listen, and they wonder why they always have pain and stress and problems in their body and in their lives because they don't inherently know to make the right choices. So what I realized after some experience was that clients are there because they want to fix a problem, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the best thing for them right now. What they want and what they need are 2 very different things. And our job is to be able to help that person make a decision to do the things that are going to benefit them long term. If I knew that you had a path, for example, you were smoking 6 packs a day and I knew it was going to cause you cancer, my job is to help you make the choice to quit smoking because it's going to be beneficial for you. Otherwise, you would inherently know and have done that yourself. And so if I have the answer and I know how much of a benefit I can create for your life, my job is to get you to do that. And as health professionals, our job is to get our clients to take action and do the things that we know are going to be beneficial for them. Number 4, people are both the best and the worst part of business. What I mean by that is I learned too late that I need to have the right people, and I also learned too late that I need to get rid of the wrong people. I would spend a long time before hiring. I was worried about hiring people because it's going to cost me money and create stress in my life. And that's partly true when you hire wrong. But with the right people, it can explode your business and take away so much extra stress and make things a lot easier. But at the same time, I also learned too late that I should have been firing much faster and putting up with less crap. My job in my business is to help my clients. And if the people around me are not helping me to do that, then they shouldn't be there. If they're creating stress, then they shouldn't be there. And so now what I know with my experience is to hire fast and fire fast. What that means is if I've got a problem and I need a person to solve that problem, I'm going to find good candidates and I'm going to hire someone. And then if it doesn't work, I'm going to let them go. Whereas before, I took far too long to hire people, which meant I was doing way more of the work that I needed to. And then when I did have them and they weren't a good fit, I didn't get rid of them, which meant that I went through even more stress. So definitely understand that people are both the best and the worst part of business. They're the thing that you need to help your business go far, but if you've got the wrong people, it makes business very hard. And so it doesn't matter whether you've got a small clinic or a big one or you're just starting, you need to understand that people are going to be part of your business if you want to have long-term success and a business that gives you freedom where you don't have to keep doing all the work for you. And the main thing that I do is I help health professionals to build businesses that work for them where they can go on holiday and the business is still seeing clients, still making money. I myself now am approaching 10 practitioners. We've got over 5 support staff. The business runs itself. And that means that I can live my life and I can also work on the business and not necessarily in it. Now, I've chosen to step out, but many of my clients stay in their businesses because they love it. And I loved it too, but I knew that I couldn't do both that and help people like yourself. And so I've chosen to go down that route and focus more on the coaching aspect because of the fulfillment I get from it, and while having my business in the background still helping people. Now, the 5th thing that I wish I knew from day 0 when I first started in my own health business is to have a mentor or a coach. There is no point in trying to figure things out on your own. There's no point in trying to reinvent the wheel. If somebody's already done it, you basically just need to find out what they're doing and follow that. And if you've got no experience at all, that's the best thing to do, because if you follow that pathway, you're most likely going to get a result. And then as you're on that journey, you start to see what parts of it make sense for you and what parts don't, what things work now and what things may have worked in the past but don't work now, and you can learn. Whereas if you're trying to figure it out on your own, you're still in the learning process, but it's a lot more work. You're trying to figure everything out. Whereas if you have a coach or a mentor, someone who can come along and say, this is the best thing that you can do right now to grow your business, you can just follow that and get a result. I have coaches and mentors in all aspects of my life, whether it's my physical health, my mental emotional health, and me as a leader, me in business, marketing, sales, all of it, because there are constantly things that we can learn from others. The best sports people in the world have coaches. They might even be better than their coach at the activity, but the coach can see the things that they can't see. Humans, us, are often very bad at self-awareness and seeing what we're doing, and that's why having a coach, someone can see what you're doing and seeing if it's helping you get to where you want to be. And plus, if you find someone who's more experienced, more skilled than you, then you can siphon all of that knowledge off them nice and quickly and pivot yourself to the next person. I've done that many times. I've gone through programs and masterminds and coaches, and I've learned what I could from them, and then I've jumped to the next person and to the next person. If I had started doing that at day 0, again, I would be a lot further along in my health business than if I had waited like I have to get to the point where I am. I started too late, which slowed my trajectory. Now when I work with clients, it doesn't matter whether they're a massage therapist, chiropractors, nutritionists, functional medicine, acupuncture, all of these health service businesses. We've worked with over 25 healthcare business services and niches. Well, not niches, there'd be hundreds of niches, but services at least in 14 countries. And so we know what works. Chances are there's been a combination of variables that means we've worked with someone doing what you're doing or something very similar and got them results. Now, in that case, my job with my clients is to guide them on the best strategies and tactics to get the results that they're looking for. Now, if you don't know Facebook marketing, as an example, don't spend hours and hundreds of dollars trying to figure it out. Ask someone and get them to show you. That's the whole point of a coach. Now, not all coaches do you pay for, but the best ones you pay for. And the reason for that is if they are able to charge for what they do and they're able to charge well for it, probably means they're good at what they do and they get results. If they're doing it in their own business, if they're doing it with other businesses, and they're getting results and it's working, then that's someone you want to work with. There are too many people who are teaching things they don't really understand. They've learned it from a course and now they're trying to sell it to you. There's some kid in their mum's basement trying to do Facebook ads for you. You really need to work with people who have done it themselves and are doing it with others, and they've done it for a while, because then you can be confident in their strategies, their tactics, their leadership to get you results. And if you're able to pay them for it, guess what? You're more accountable. The best training I've ever done is always the stuff I've paid for, and the reason for that is if I pay for it, boy, I'm going to go out there and actually going to do it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's very easy to just push it by the wayside and never get it done. How many of these videos have you watched? How many books, how many courses, how many articles have you read and free things you've downloaded and never actually used it? Now's the time to get a mentor, to get a coach, have a conversation with someone who knows what they're doing. Now, if that's you and you've listened to this video and it's resonated and you're thinking to yourself, man, I do probably need to get a coach, or at least have someone take a look at my business. We're offering free game plan calls at the moment with our growth specialists in the Health Care Business Accelerator Program, where we work with health professionals, coaches, and trainers, whether that's massage therapists, acupuncturists, chiropractors, functional medicine, nutrition, you name it, we've worked with it. And we understand where you're at, we understand where you're trying to get to, and we look at any obstacles that are in your way, or if there's either a blockage that we can solve, or a lack of knowledge, and there's a gap, We're going to go through and figure out exactly what you need to do right now to reach your goals faster and easier, and also help you go further. Often a lot of our clients don't realize what's possible because they can't see past what they know. And because we know so much, we can see the different avenues that you can take because we've already done it with people. We've got massage therapists that have gone from $2,000 a month to $20,000 a month in 12 months because we grew their practice, we got them to hire associates, grew their practices, and expanded. Whereas they only thought what was possible is they could be busy themselves. We help them realize that you can actually be busy yourself and have others be busy, and then transition to just managing the business. It's the same thing in functional medicine. We've taken people online when they never thought it was possible. Chiropractors, we've helped them hire additional practitioners, both chiropractors and supplementary people, to work in their business, and they never thought that was possible. So if you are a health professional, a coach, or a trainer, and you're looking at growing your practice, I want you to click the link around this video. I want you to book one of those game plan calls. You'll get on the phone with one of my growth acceleration specialists. We're going to look at everything in your business and figure out what the best plan is for you. And hey, if that means working with us, we'll talk about that. If not, doesn't matter. We're going to point you in the right direction, give you some resources. We just want to see how we can help. So click the link, book a call, speak to my team, and we'll see how far we can get you. Now, I have hundreds of videos, resources, content that you can check out, free Facebook groups you can join where we do live trainings every single week. There are going to be links in the description around this video. I want you to check those resources out. And if you are taking yourself seriously, book a call. There's nothing to lose. We're not going to push anything on you. There's nothing to sell you. We just want to see, can we help or not? So click the link, book a call, and I'll see you there.